Yes, the cookie is crumbling. The noise has been there for quite some time, and it's most likely going to continue with other elements aside from cookies. And I think it's important for all of us as an industry to understand this does not impact the demand side only, or the supply side, or the walled gardens or not. This is an industry-wide, and we need to find a solution.
But I think it's not a wait and see situation. I think we've got to be proactive and start taking steps now. I think there's a couple things related to that. One, based on a set of use cases, really figure out like where are we needing identity, and then what do we think, what's our plan look like to get from where we are now to where it's going to be, to where we need to be, and just realize that, you know, there's quite a bit of uncertainty that we need to navigate through in that journey.
We really need to be doing our reading, right? So I think we need to make sure as an industry as a whole that everyone's looking into Google's privacy sandbox, that everybody's looking into like what exactly this means for each piece, for targeting, for attribution, for frequency capping, and we talk about how we can solve for that. Because this really impacts the independent ad tech ecosystem, and it also impacts heavily the buy-side control of how they bid on inventory, because a lot of that is using third-party cookies. So I think a general understanding and education layer is key, so that we can all make sure that we understand where we should go when it comes to identity and also cookies for the future. As it relates to contextual, our stance is it's not the single identifier, certainly, but it is a powerful targeting tool. It should have always been a bigger part of the mix in digital over the last several years, as it has in every medium, because contextual makes it possible for advertisers and brands to engage audiences as we think about it in the right frame of mind, the right moment, and they're in a certain frame of mind. Another thing, as we think about contextual page level technology, in our case, was born out of search, meant to understand words and intent of a page. And so as we think about the new normal and how contextual could be a component, a element of it, if we can help correctly identify the intent of a page, that's going to be more important than ever. And we think there's a big marketplace for that.